September 11th, 2011, 1 week from tomorrow. It's the day the nation will mark 10 years since the 9/11 terrorist attacks. In New York, the new memorial at the World Trade Center site will be dedicated. But there's another memorial, created by 9/11 family members themselves, that can only be visited online.
I really like this one.
Ingrid Lenahan is choosing photos to publicly remember her husband, Joe.
I'd rather use this one.
Okay.
A bond trader who died working inside the World Trade Center on September 11th. She's having personal photos scanned for the 9/11 Living Memorial Project, a memorial that lives online.
To have the write-ups and the eulogies and people describing him and to be able to put that in all one place, you know, and to have the pictures, you know, I think is great for the kids.
2 of their 3 kids were so young when Joe died, they have few memories of their father, that funny guy who could imitate almost anyone.
He was a great dad. He worked a lot of hours during the week, but when he was home, he was home. You were the only person in the room.
Expressions.
The Living Memorial was launched by Mary Fetchett, a social worker who founded the group, Voices of September 11th.
I think it's a healing process, it's an emotional process, but it's also a historical record of the lives that were lost that day.
One of those lives was Brad Fetchett, the oldest of Mary's 3 sons, a standout athlete and big brother.
He had an incredible smile. He was very outgoing but understated. He was really a role model for the boys.
Just 24 years old, Brad worked for the financial firm Keefe, Bruyette & Woods on the 89th floor of the World Trade Center's South Tower. He called his parents after the North Tower was attacked.
Hey, Mom, it's Brad. The plane crashed into World Trade Center 1. We're fine. We're in World Trade Center 2. I'm obviously alive and well over here, but obviously a pretty scary experience.
He was, I think, shaken because he had seen somebody fall from the 90th floor. He said all the way down.
I'm not sure if the firm's going to shut down for the day or what, but give me a call back later. I called Dad to let him know. Love you.
Brad was in the same office as Joe Lenahan. After Joe had called her earlier, Ingrid turned on the TV.
And I saw the plane go into his tower, and I knew where it was on the tower. I mean, I knew where his office was, and I just knew it was over.
10 years later, the Lenahans are one of 1,100 families to submit photos and writings for the Living Memorial. The 9/11 Museum at Ground Zero, which opens next year, has asked for the whole collection. Family members remembering how their loved ones lived more than how they died.
It gives you that feeling like, okay, I'm not alone in this. Everyone remembers. I mean, there was, a bunch of guys.